Your person is truly focused on you and only you. No matter what may be happening around them, their heart and mind keep returning to you. You are the one they think about when they wake up and the one who lingers in their thoughts before they fall asleep. Even when they try to distract themselves or appear detached, you remain at the center of their emotions. They have been doing a lot of reflection lately, and through that quiet contemplation, they've realized just how deeply they care for you. This realization has stirred something powerful within them, an urge to come toward you with honesty and vulnerability, to finally express what they've been holding back for so long. They want to come forward with the truth. The distance, misunderstandings, or hesitation that once kept them silent have become unbearable. They are beginning to understand that the only way to truly move forward is through openness. This person misses you terribly, more than they ever expected to. There's an emptiness they feel without your presence, a kind of quiet ache that follows them throughout their days. Even if they've managed to appear composed on the surface, inside they are struggling with the weight of your absence. You've touched their soul in ways they can't explain, and now they want nothing more than to bridge the gap that has grown between you. Though your person is not one to easily wear their heart on their sleeve, something within them is shifting. They are learning that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's an act of courage. For much of their life, they may have hidden their emotions behind logic, independence, or even a sense of pride. But when it comes to you, those defenses are beginning to crumble. They are realizing that love isn't about control or keeping emotions neatly tucked away, it's about allowing oneself to feel, to connect, and to trust another person completely. This change in perspective is opening their heart in ways they never thought possible. To you, they may appear calm, cool, and emotionally detached. Perhaps they've even acted indifferent at times, leaving you confused or doubting their intentions. But the truth is quite the opposite. Inside, they are feeling an overwhelming storm of emotions. They think about you constantly and replay moments you've shared in their mind. Every word, every look, every small act of kindness from you has left an imprint on their heart. They are drawn to you in a way that defies reason, and soon, they will no longer be able to keep their feelings to themselves. A confession is on the horizon, one that comes from a place of sincerity and longing. To them, you are their true love. You're not just another connection or passing interest, you are someone who has awakened something deep and genuine within them. They want to explore this bond and see where it can lead. The thought of a future with you fills them with both excitement and hope. They can sense that what you share is rare and worth nurturing. They know you've been patient, perhaps far more patient than they deserved. You've shown compassion and understanding even when they were distant or confusing. Your quiet strength has not gone unnoticed. It's one of the qualities they admire most about you, and it's part of what draws them back again and again. Your person wants to thank you for everything, for your patience, your empathy, and your unwavering presence. They know they haven't always made things easy, yet you've continued to hold space for them with love. Now, they want to show you their appreciation in a way that words alone cannot express. They want to meet you with honesty, affection, and tenderness. They are ready to let down their guard and allow you to see the depth of what they feel. Allow them to come forward and express themselves fully. They feel they owe it to you, but more than that, they want to do it for themselves, to finally be free of the weight of unspoken emotions. The separation between you has been incredibly difficult for them. It has forced them to confront their fears, their regrets, and their true desires. Through the silence and the stillness, they've had time to think about what really matters, and every thought leads back to you. They've come to understand the importance of the connection you share, realizing that it's not something that can easily be replaced or forgotten. This period of distance has been both painful and enlightening. It has shown them how deeply they feel for you and how much they've taken your presence for granted in the past. They never imagined they would fall for you as hard as they did. It took them by surprise, how naturally their heart opened up around you, how safe and seen they felt in your presence. There's a comfort and familiarity between you that feels almost fated, as though your souls recognized each other long before your minds did. That realization both excites and terrifies them, because it's rare to find a connection that feels this profound. But they are no longer running from it. They are ready to embrace it, to step forward with honesty and courage, and to see where this love can truly lead. In their heart, your person knows this connection has the potential to grow into something lasting and beautiful. They want to rebuild trust, open their heart completely, and start fresh, with truth as the foundation. They've learned that love isn't about perfection or control, it's about acceptance, vulnerability, and growth. You have inspired them to see love in a new light, to believe that real connection is worth fighting for. Soon, they will take that step toward you, not out of obligation, but out of genuine love. They are ready to show you how much you mean to them, ready to love you in the way you've always deserved. No amount of time spent with anyone else could ever compare to the time I spent with you. You are constantly in my thoughts, sometimes it feels like you live in the corners of my mind, quietly reminding me of what I had and what I lost. There was once a time when thinking of you would hit me hard for a moment, but then, with enough distractions, the feeling would fade. These days, it doesn't fade so easily. The thought of you lingers, it stays with me no matter where I go or what I'm doing. It's hard to focus on anything else because your presence, or rather the absence of it, echoes through everything I do. I never imagined a life where you would be moving forward, doing your own things, and I would be watching from the outside. I always believed, perhaps selfishly, that no matter what happened between us, I would always have access to you, to your time, your attention, your love. I thought that no matter how distant or distracted I became, you would still be there waiting for me, ready to give me another chance. But I was wrong. I didn't realize that love, even when deep and genuine, can only survive so much neglect. When you finally chose to go on your own, after enduring my inconsistency, my mood swings, and my careless behavior, it hit me harder than anything ever had. That moment, the one where I realized you were really gone, made me see just how badly I had taken you for granted. You made me feel good in a way no one else ever has. You made me feel loved, accepted, and understood. Your kindness and patience became a safe place for me, one that I didn't appreciate while I had it. Instead of nurturing that love, I did the opposite. I pushed you away, tested your limits, and acted as if your love would endure anything. I thought I could keep hurting you and that you would always forgive me. But I was wrong again. What I did broke your heart, and in doing so, it broke something in me too. Knowing that I caused you so much pain, pain that made you feel alone in what was supposed to be a shared journey, is something I carry heavily now. I can see it clearly now, how my selfishness blinded me. I knew what I was doing most of the time, yet I did it anyway. I was so wrapped up in my own emotions, my highs, my lows, my confusion, that I forgot to consider how deeply my actions affected you. I thought I was protecting myself, but really, I was just destroying something beautiful. You were there, trying to hold things together, while I kept tearing at the seams. I was too caught up in my own world to see that I was losing you, piece by piece. Looking back, I realize how foolish I was. I let a woman like you walk away, someone who gave me her love freely, who believed in me even when I didn't deserve it. You saw the good in me when I couldn't even see it myself. You stood by me when I was at my worst, and instead of valuing that loyalty, I took advantage of it. I assumed your love was endless. I assumed you'd never reach a breaking point. But love, even when it's strong, cannot survive without respect, communication, and care. I regret every time I made you feel unimportant. I regret every time I made you question your worth because of my behavior. You gave me something real, something pure, and I treated it like it would always be there, waiting for me to grow up. It's only now, in your absence, that I understand what true love really means, and what it requires. Love is unconditional, yes, but that doesn't mean it comes without boundaries. Healthy love has limits, it demands effort, honesty, and reciprocity. I crossed those boundaries many times, mistaking your forgiveness for infinite patience. You taught me one of the most important lessons of my life, that love is not just about how much you feel, but how much you give. It's about showing up, even when it's inconvenient, about listening, even when you're tired, about staying when things get difficult, not just when they're easy. I failed to do that for you. I let my ego, my fears, and my immaturity guide me. Instead of nurturing what we had, I sabotaged it because I didn't know how to handle something so real. Now, I live with the consequences of that mistake. I see you moving forward, becoming even stronger, and while part of me feels proud of you, another part aches deeply knowing I'm no longer part of your story. I miss you in ways that words can't fully capture, not just the comfort of your presence, but the way you made everything feel lighter. I miss the laughter, the quiet talks, the sense of belonging that came with being beside you. If I could go back, I'd do things differently. I'd listen more, speak less, and appreciate the small moments instead of taking them for granted. I'd hold on to you tighter, not out of fear of losing you, but because I'd finally understand your worth. You were the kind of love that comes once in a lifetime, and I let it slip away because I was too blind to see what was right in front of me. No matter how much time passes, no one compares to you. You will always be the person who showed me what genuine love looks like, not the easy, fairy tale kind, but the kind that challenges you to grow. I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to tell you all this in person, but if I do, I'll simply say, thank you. Thank you for loving me when I didn't know how to love myself. Thank you for teaching me what love truly means, even if it took losing you to understand it. The day you decided to go silent on them marked a turning point in your partner's life, one that they never anticipated would shake them so deeply. From that moment, a sense of emptiness began to creep into their days, a hollow ache that words could never fully describe. The quiet you left behind became deafening, echoing through every corner of their heart. They started to realize that your absence wasn't just the loss of a person, it was the loss of warmth, understanding, and the comfort of knowing that someone genuinely cared. It was the kind of silence that forces a person to confront themselves, to face everything they've been avoiding for so long. And in that silence, they began to feel the full weight of what they had done to you. They now understand that you had seen something special in them. You believed in the version of them that even they couldn't see, a version that was loving, trustworthy, and capable of genuine connection. You might have envisioned them as your dream person, someone who could walk beside you through both light and shadow. But instead of rising to meet that love, they fell short in ways that broke your trust and your heart. They hurt and disappointed you in ways they never thought possible, not out of malice, but because of their own unhealed wounds and emotional immaturity. It's only now, after you stepped away, that they truly understand the gravity of their actions. Your partner feels deeply ashamed for the way they treated you. The way they ignored your efforts, dismissed your emotions, and failed to reciprocate the love you so freely gave now haunts them. They see clearly how you were trying to hold the relationship together while they were lost in their own chaos. You showed them, perhaps unintentionally, how toxic and manipulative their behavior had become, not because you accused them, but because your love held up a mirror. Through your patience and honesty, they began to see the parts of themselves they had long buried, the insecurities, the fears, and the patterns they learned from past pain. You didn't just walk away from them, you awakened them. Before meeting you, they didn't truly understand what unconditional love meant. They thought love was about control, attention, and validation. But your love was different, it was selfless, patient, and real. You loved them even when they were at their worst, and now they realize how rare that kind of love is. Your compassion and emotional depth triggered something deep within them, bringing old wounds to the surface, wounds they had ignored for years. You reminded them of the parts of themselves that needed healing. Though it was painful, that awakening has become one of the most important lessons of their life. Now, in your absence, they are beginning to see things from a completely new perspective. They realize how much they took you for granted, how they let pride, ego, and fear stand in the way of something truly beautiful. They think about the moments you shared, the conversations that once flowed effortlessly, and the laughter that filled the spaces between your hearts. Those memories, once casual, now feel sacred. They understand that in the short time you were in their life, you taught them more than anyone else ever had. You didn't just teach them how to love, you taught them how to reflect, how to be honest with themselves, and how to face the uncomfortable truths they had been avoiding. Your partner is filled with gratitude for your presence, even though things didn't end the way they hoped. You came into their life at a time when they were lost and desperate for real connection, and without realizing it, you gave them exactly what they needed, a glimpse of what genuine love and friendship could feel like. Even now, they look back and see you not just as a lover, but as a guiding light during one of the darkest periods of their life. Your kindness, strength, and authenticity left an imprint they will never forget. In the quiet that followed your departure, they have started to grow. They've begun reflecting on their actions and confronting their flaws, not because they want to impress you, but because they genuinely want to change. They are finally taking responsibility for the things they broke, your heart, your trust, and the fragile beauty of what you once shared. They no longer want to hide behind excuses or play the victim. Instead, they want to own up to their mistakes and rebuild, piece by piece, everything that fell apart because of them. They know it may be too late to fix what's been damaged, but their heart is still filled with hope. They want to reach out, to apologize sincerely, and to show you through their actions that they can do better. Whether or not you choose to forgive them, they are determined to become the kind of person who deserves the kind of love you offered. You have inspired them to heal, to grow, and to seek peace within themselves. Even if the two of you never find your way back to each other, they will carry the lessons you taught them for the rest of their life. You showed them that love isn't about perfection, it's about effort, empathy, and growth. You showed them that silence can speak louder than words, and that sometimes, walking away is the most powerful act of love. And because of that, your absence has become their greatest teacher. Now, your partner stands at a crossroads, humbled, remorseful, and wiser than before. They want to take responsibility, not just to mend the relationship, but to mend themselves. Whether they ever get the chance to prove it to you or not, they know one thing for certain: your love changed them forever.